So today on Stool Talk, we honored to have a special guest. Here on Stool Talk, we walk in our purpose on purpose. And today's guest has definitely been walking in his purpose. When you hear the names like Lance Price, Sharon Peacock, Willis Earl, Steve Lewis, Gerald Austin, some of Scott's great track runners, this person's name is coming to mind because of the great work he has been put in this past season. And we just so proud of him. We cheered him on. We shared his status and his run through his season this year, and we were great to have him to share his journey with us today. We have with us Mr. Daylyn Bone. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good, man. So what was this season like with your track journey? Can you share with us how was it this year, and what did you expect and what did you get out of it?
Honestly, this was one of my most successful track season, but it was also my hardest because
Okay.
we're dialed in and toned in. And I was more inclined to take a leadership role on my team. But this year, I really talked to my coaches, and they just told me I'm focusing on the 400 this year. 400 helped me lower my times, and 100, 200. Um, yeah, I didn't really set the goals that I wanted to set this year, but I made progress. So that's an achievement in itself.
Yeah. You mentioned being a leader in leadership. What type of leader are you? Do you lead with your voice, vocally, or do you lead with your play?
I'm more of a lead by example type of leader because sometimes I tend to get carried away when it comes to opening my mouth, and that's something I got to work on.
Yeah, your demeanor seems so chill, like you just focus straight to the point. Like let's get down to business, though. What drives you to be great, especially in the sport of track? Is there any specific moments that you had, any encounters or anything that happened that put you on this trajectory?
I think prior to anything else, what really keyed in, like told me the focus was my freshman year. I made a lot of mistakes, so we got to district as cities. First off, as cities freshman year, I had I don't know, I can't even call it a freshman moment, but I had a mishap in a relay where I lost my temper and I threw the baton and it caused us to get disqualified. And
Oh,
then later on that year, we got to districts and I dropped the baton and cost us our spot in the district finals.
so how was that rebounding from those different mistakes, even being young and underclassmen? And can you speak to the youth that if they happen to face some of them challenges, how to rebound? How did you do it and give them, words of encouragement, how to rebound if they was to happen to have a mishap?
Honestly, when you have mishaps, and I've had a lot, like it's coming from experience. You just have to take accountability and try to move on. Like my coach would tell me, forget about it and it's done. Like people may remind you of it, but at the end of the day, it's over with and it's nothing that you could do. All you can do is get better from that point on.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been running track, and was track your first sport that you was a part of?
No, I did football sixth grade through freshman year, and I
Okay.
ended up with my blood disorder. But I started tracks. I really started seventh grade year, but I didn't really get that much experience. And I missed eighth grade, and I actually started focusing on tracks my freshman year after I stopped playing football.
Okay. How do you stay motivated during tough track seasons, sessions after disappointing races or at races where you like, man, I could have been better? How do you stay motivated to, continue to get better?
I mean, honestly, I have my moments where I got my head down, even when I shouldn't. But I have to remind myself why I'm doing it. I have to think of giving my family a better life and putting myself in a position to succeed. So I really just try to listen to what my coaches have to say and tune out everything else around me and focus on what I got to do.
Yeah, what does family mean to you and how important has it? I know you said that you know that they're an important part of it. How has they helped you up until this point?
My family, I say like it's just constant emotional support. And believe it or not, my coaches are my family. Like blood or not, they're my family. They helped me through it all, motivated me, supported me financially where I needed, from track spikes to whatever I couldn't get, they would help me get it.
Yeah, shout out to the Davises, Coach Davis.
Yeah.
Him and his wife shout them out. And what have they taught you as far as being there for you? What different jewels, gems have they gave you to help you be a better young man and a better athlete as well?
So it's a way track back. So look, freshman year, I was real off course. I wasn't coming to school. I think I ended my freshman year with a 2.3 GPA. And once I met them, they just pointed me in the right direction. They had to talk to me. They told me like you will not be on this team if you don't get it right in the classroom.
Yeah.
And ever since then, me and them been close as ever. Like that just gave me something to key in on and focus. Like it clicked. Like they really told me that my school, what I do in school is just as important as what I do on the track because at the end of the day, when these college coaches is coming and they looking at me, they looking at my grades too. And
Yeah.
they just teach me a lot of important life lessons. Coach Rich is helping me learn how to be a man. He's teaching me life skills, you know.
Yeah.
Coach T, she's tough on me, but she provides me the emotional support I need.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out Coach Richard and Coach T. Shout them out. Yeah. I love what they're doing with the program, and I love how they, stay in focus as well as the classroom and the track. It ain't all about just the sport. They want you to be a student athlete. I'm gonna say another name, and what comes to mind when I say this name? Brianna Davis.
uh, Man,
Shout out Rihanna, man.
my sister. That's my sister by bond, man. We
Yeah,
bump we bump heads a lot, but like that's what siblings do.
yeah.
But we had this thing. We had this thing. We call it a curse. So usually this is how it's been since freshman year. When I make it, she make it. If she doesn't make it, I don't make it. It's so weird. Always weird. And then I think, and a lot of times we'll finish in the exact same place. So if I finish third, she'll finish third, and it's weird.
Yeah. This was this your senior year? You still got senior year next year?
We'll have senior year next year.
Okay, so both of y'all gonna be seniors too, huh?
So,
Yeah, but y'all going all the way this year. I'm speaking that for if I'm already gonna be in agreement. Y'all going all the way this year. You and Ree, y'all gonna dominate. Y'all gonna use everything that happened as motivation tools. The ups, the downs, the just mediocre. Y'all gonna use that because y'all getting the experience y'all being. And Coach Davis, him and his wife, they ain't about to let y'all slack either. Like they really gonna turn up because they gotta give y'all they everything for y'all can get it, it can show on the track as well. So this is y'all year, and I'm saying that ahead of time. And when we had you on next season, we're gonna be like, remember we had that talk to see how far it been. How do you prepare mentally and physically for races, especially high stake races like cities, districts, even regionals and different things like that, even nationals? How do you stay focused because certain races is just a race, but other races is high stakes? Or do you just treat every race like it's the same?
um, see, me, I try like it's hard for me honestly to fully focus. I don't know why, but like I try to laugh. Like I'm always nervous. I try to laugh it off and play around. And sometimes I talk a lot. I talk too much. My coach tells me about that all the time. But I usually just try to cut out all the negative thoughts in my mind. Just try to tell myself that I deserve to be here and I deserve to win because I put in the work to do so.
Yeah.
And physically, I try to get as much rest as possible. I try to put the right food in my body. Try to stay hydrated.
What
This
what do a typical workout week look for y'all in season and out of season?
in season. In season, it's a little lighter, like because by the time we're in season, we're already in shape because we
Yeah.
did all the tough workouts and all the tough stuff that we need to do. But out of season, it's torture. It's
That's
torture.
why I'm seeing all the pictures of y'all laying on the ground after it's over with, like looking like y'all done passed out.
The dead body picture. I think I've been in. I think at bare minimum, I've been in two of those. Two of those out of
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, but y'all getting it done. I love it, man. What are your main goals heading into your senior year? Is there specific records you want to break? Is there specific meets that trying to aim towards?
Um, honestly, for senior year, I just want to dive nose deep. I want to work as hard as possible. I want to go in my senior year dominating. I don't want to finish with disappointment, anything. I want to go in and dominate through and through. And I'm willing to put in the work to do so. But
Yeah.
as to records, I want to take down records 1 through 4. So from the 100 to the 400-meter dash, I want to take all of them.
Yeah. When you do the 400, do you sprint the curve, stride the straightaways, or do you run it full and then turn it on the last 200? What's your because it's like I used to run a 4-2 and different people teach different things. What do Coach Davis and them teach you?
See, my coach Rich doesn't. They don't try to teach me how to run it to the 400. They tell me to just run. But
Okay.
me, I'm still working on it still. But right now, what I do is I'll come out about 90%, and then I'll hold that speed throughout the whole back straight, and then through the 300 mark. I mean through the 200 mark, I just turn it up, try to get my arms up, pump as hard as I can. That last 100 is just, as my coach would say, it's a dog fight. It's who the
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Triple too, man. He used to tell us that same thing. When you running, a lot of people they scared of the four. They just don't want no parts of it. Being that you running the 1, the 2, and the four, and then the 4x4 too in some races, right? Yeah, so you got to be strong mentally and physically. How do you plan to avoid complacency, and how do you continue to push yourself so you don't just be like, yeah, I'm mediocre because they gonna know who you is, so they gonna be coming for you. So how are you gonna make sure that you're not, complacent?
I avoid that just by reminding myself of where I came from and what I want to do. Because at the end of the day, if I'm mediocre, college is not going to want me. Because there's plenty kids that come out here and be mediocre, but I want
Yeah,
to come out still and prove that I'm something special and I'm ahead of everybody else.
yeah. As a student athlete, how do you balance schoolwork, track, still being a teenager, and races and different things like that? How do you balance it so you don't end up, having your grades fall off or slack? How do you balance that?
As much as I hate school, I just go there and get done what need to be done. Like I just go ahead and do my work and chill. Because the faster I get it done, the more time I got to chill.
Yeah,
But trying to balance it, it's pretty relatively, it's not that hard for me because my mom, she does whatever she can. She does whatever she can to make it possible for me to relax and take my mind off something. Like my mom, she does it. She does it.
yeah, yeah. What are your plans after high school? Are you looking to complete at the college level? Or are you looking to, go to a college program and continue to run?
Yeah.
Or do you have any colleges like you're thinking about? You got any colleges reaching out, or you will kind of figure that and start narrowing it down when it get towards track season, the middle of the season? Do you got a plan? You and Coach Davis's?
Right now, I'm chatting with a few college coaches, but like I'm waiting for the offers to come in, and from there, I'm gonna narrow it down and choose whichever one I feel is most at home for me.
Yeah. And did you competed in the nationals this year, correct?
Yeah.
Was it Adidas?
Yeah.
Take us through that experience. How was it from the time y'all got there running with like the national best track runners around the world? Like everybody is at this event. It's a big event. Can't everybody go? Take us through your experience through the whole time.
Like it's being there just changed your thought process because like the whole aura and the whole vibe is different. Because my coach always tell me that to cut out all the talking. I'm here to be everybody, and the kids that were there are exactly like that. Like you can't just go to that meet and just think, oh yeah, I got an easy win because it's not an invitation. This is the best of the best. So you can't go there and chill. Like it's just a mindset. Like you're gonna have to run as hard as you can, regardless of whatever you're thinking.
So how was your anticipation like before the whistle, before the gun went off? Was you nervous in the blocks? Like how was you feeling like mentally, emotionally, being that you like it's about to go down?
Surprisingly, I feel like I was less nervous at nationals than any other meet. Like it's for one simple reason. It's because usually I'm nervous when I feel like I have to win. Like when I feel like this race is mine, that's when I usually fall apart because I start to overthink it and do too much. But at nationals, I'm like, I don't have nothing to lose here. I have nothing to
Yeah.
lose. Everybody here is great. So like I'm not gonna look bad losing. So I might as well just go out here and give it all I got and dug it out.
Yeah. What do you do besides run track? Is there any special gifts, talents that you got, or other things you like to do besides when you run the track?
I'm in choir. See the
Okay.
show in
Yeah, I
choir.
didn't know if it was choir or the band because I just seen the music. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in choir though, and I'm getting back into football this for my senior year.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Coach Davis as well on that head in the program. You know, he's gonna get great group of young men and have y'all headed in the right direction and get the program right back, where it need to be talked about as well. What advice would you have for young runners who want to be like you and run at a high level and to compete at a high level? What would you say to them?
Something I needed to learn. Like I should have learned this early on, but rest is important. Get as much rest as possible because when you get to that meet, whether you feel tired or not, once you get on that track, that lack of rest is gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you hard.
Yeah. Do you have as far as teammates, do you have accountability partners that make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do on the men's side, or is Ree making sure you together?
Yeah, Ree always on me. She always on me. Always. She always on me. Like we argue a lot, but like she stay on me about what I need to be doing. I stay on her the same way.
Yeah, and y'all very disciplined, So even if you say you slacking a little bit, I know your little bit is a lot to a lot of people, being that y'all eating the right things, y'all going to sleep at a great time, and y'all not involved with different things. So that's definitely going to help you as well. What is you going to get to eat after a track meet? Like, what is your go-to meal? What is your go-to food that you want after a big meet?
I'm going right to Chipotle. I'm going right to Chipotle. I'm going right to.
So do you hear about the thing where you got to have your phone out and do all that? Have you been doing that, or is that just a viral thing for social media?
That's a social media thing. I ain't going because if they don't put enough in my bowl, I'm going to tell them put some more.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. What has been your biggest motivation to just be great and just not be like others? Because people say, oh yeah, this person is only gonna do this. The norms of society, you just want to just act like we're just gonna do this. What makes you want to be great and go on to the next level to do great things?
Honestly, it feels amazing just to prove somebody wrong. Like proving people wrong. Like you don't have to argue with somebody to prove them wrong. Like you just let your business speak for you. But as to something that motivates me to be great and drives me to be great, like I said earlier, it's just the thought of getting my loved ones what they need, like being able to create that life for everybody around me.
Yeah. What would you say to middle school kids that's looking to go to Sky? Of course, going to Sky and you already there. What can you tell them Sky has to offer them academic wise and athletic wise?
We have a lot of clubs and programs for you to join. Like when you don't have nowhere to go after school and you need to go to practice, join a club. You can go to that club and be out of the club and to practice at that very moment.
Yeah.
But something I would say to the kids that's coming into Sky is choose the right group of friends. Because I promise you, choosing the wrong group of friends will hold you back. And it's a lot of examples in our school.
Yeah. What are you saying to different teammates that you see maybe straddling or going the right way, or even close friends that you got that don't? What would you say to them?
Just remind you, like, you can become better. Like, don't give up early on because I wasn't the fastest when I started. I wasn't the fastest when I started. I had to grind and work for this. So like everybody has their own journey and you might not become fast how I became fast. It just
Yeah.
everybody hit different. It's gonna come when it comes.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. What track athletes are you looking at or that see great potential in or that you might have patterned your running style after?
Oh, this is my coach gonna tear me up for this because he told me stop watching them because it messed up my start.
Oh, it
So
did? What you were
yeah,
doing, trying to do what they did?
yeah, I was, and my coach stay on me about it. I have three track athletes that I follow a lot, and that's Noah Lyles, Andre DeGrasse, and
Yeah.
Terrence Laird, which I haven't seen much of him lately.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Them the ones, Coach Davis' word is gonna be life. So we ain't gonna let that get to your start. But it's funny you say that because not a lot of people know, but we emulate what we see on TV and we see the stars. Just like I remember I used to play baseball and I used to see these people turn into by themselves. So every time I get the ball, I'm tapping the base, running to go throw it. Or we playing football. Coach Matt used to chew me out because I used to be trying to do what Randy Moss do, catch the ball one hand and do all that. So it's good that your coach is on you because how important is fundamentals even in running? Can you speak on that?
Uh, Track is mostly fundamentals, like your form, how you run. Your running style is just important because how you run can cause injuries. Like too much backside mechanic, you can pull something, and your
Yeah,
arms are important because your legs can only do what your arms can do.
yeah. Would you say that you got a fast start or do you get stronger as the race go on or is it both?
Right as of right now, I'm working on it, but my start is horrible. My start throughout this entire season, my start has been awful. So I would say I'm somebody that gets faster throughout the race.
Yeah. So what can you do to help? Because I know young track athletes that ask questions and they say something about they start. What can a track runner do to help him get the boost he need off the blocks for a start?
Uh, I can't really say for everybody, but for me, usually it's my nerves. My nerves, I'm always nervous. So sometimes I'll be so nervous that I'm glued to the blocks. Like I come out very slow because I'm nervous, and I don't know.
All right, last couple questions. Whatever comes to your heart, can you speak something positive to the youth?
Something positive to you.
Yeah.
I just say try to stay occupied. Try to stay occupied because it's gonna keep you out of trouble. Whether that be working a job, playing a sport, or just finding the right friend group to chill with. Just stay
Yeah.
busy.
And how can people follow you and follow your, track team as well?
We have a Facebook page. Yeah, I think we just have we have a Facebook page and a Twitter page that you guys can follow.
Yeah. Did you see the thing that I made for y'all?
On that Coach T posted.
Yeah.
Oh
With all
yeah,
the people that went to nationals and stuff like that, and I put y'all pictures and stuff in there.
yeah, I see it. I see
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So like I said, we're gonna be supporting you, man. We proud of you. You're a great student athlete. We're spotlighting you. Want you to continue to do your best, continue to be that great young man that you have. That mean that you are and that you gonna be. Continue to work hard, man. Sky is the limit. Ain't nothing that you can't do. You gonna be great and you gonna, make Scott and your teammates proud of you because y'all gonna do great things next year and don't be limited to what people think around you, the naysayers. You can do all things through Christ who gives you strength and know who you doing it for and what you doing it for. And I always allow the main thing to be the main thing. So we celebrating you and we wanted you to continue to, strive and be great.
Thank you. I appreciate that for
Yeah,
real.
yeah, man, we definitely gonna be in touch, making sure before the season starts, you focus on your goals and your start. We gonna be back at it. This ain't gonna be the last interview. We gonna be in touch with you. So continue to do your thing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's people like you that make me work harder.
Yeah. All right, appreciate you, man. Keep working.
For sure. You keep
All right.
grinding too.
Yep.